to Timoteo TV Update, serving all of Timoteo fans home and all over the world, bringing you up to the minute news and expert commentary with Nate Martin, Buddy Martinez, and Chris Lauer. Together, Timoteo TV Update.
Welcome back to another edition of Timoteo TV, breaking down Week 3. Thanks again for joining us. Can't believe we're already in Week 3, fellas. Season's just flying by, isn't it? But I got my panel here again. Buddy Martinez, Chris Lauer. This last week, made predictions, and there's definitely a week of have and have-nots. Buddy having it all, going 6-0 on his picks last week.
Some small.
Yeah, with Chris going 3-3. So that's a rough week for Chris. Overall, that puts Buddy at 10-2 for this season, and Chris at 8-4. So this week, Chris is looking to maybe bounce back. But anyway, the week 2 is just a great week. It had two games that come down to that wire with the Panthers, Ravens, and the Redskins, 49ers. So, and it's crazy to think after only three, going into the third week, only 3 teams are undefeated still. And so it's just been a battle this year up to this point. So, but this week is really where we get to see the divisions up against one another. First week of interdivisional play between Justice and Peace. So, of course, beginning of the season, Peace has been talked up, saying how great they are, but we're going to find out when they have to go up against Justice, and Justice is going to get a chance to prove themselves. So, what do you guys think about this interdivisional play this week?
I'm going to tell you about the interdivisional play right now. You see this? I'm calling it a Cold Stone Lock sweep. Peace Division will sweep the Justice Division all 6 games this week. It's a Cold Stone Lock guarantee. I'm so sure of it. I'll do this broadcast nude next week if the Peace it doesn't just sweep the division 100% guaranteed lock.
Wow.
Yep, 6-0. Peace.
Well, I think we know why Chris is 8-4. Watching the games this week, I mean the Justice Division, they show some life. I mean, I think they have 2 powerhouses over there. They got the Ravens and the Cardinals, who are really carrying the division. And I think the newer teams are actually starting to show some life. The Broncos are starting to get it together, and the Jets actually started to look pretty good in that first half of the game. Now, is the Peace Division stronger? No doubt about it. But I believe the Justice Division will give the Peace Division a little run this week.
All right. I don't usually make picks, but I might want the Peace to run it all just so we don't have to sit next to Chris nude at the table, especially for Buddy's sake. So, poor guy.
Please.
But okay, well, let's get into our games here. Let's talk specifically. Go into our 3:30 games. First off, we got the Eagles and Colts. Eagles coming off a big win against the Raiders. Colts crushing defeat against the Cardinals. What do you say, Chris?
Well, here we go. Eagles are 9th in defense and 8th on offense. And the Colts are 12th in defense and 7th on offense. And here's the deal. They were up 30-6 at halftime. And the thing was, and it looked like they're going to have to do the blowout rule, pull out their guys and stuff. They came back the second half and got spanked by the Raiders. Right, got spanked by the Raiders. The Raiders scored, several points, and they were able to. They didn't score any points in the second half. The Eagles went donut second half. So I'm concerned a little bit about the Eagles. I mean, I think they're a spotty team. They can win big. They can lose. Now the Colts last week, I called it the blowout of the week, and that's exactly what happened. 50 points against the Colts.
Wow.
And that's why they're the worst in defense. That's why. Now, I don't know what happened with the Colts. I was not at that game. I was at this other game going on at 5 o'clock. And I have no idea what happened. Did they just not show up? Did not have enough players? Are their heads not in it? I have no idea. They're not as bad as 12th defense. And I don't know what's going on. I think they're a better team than this. That said, I think the Eagles are going to have to come out this week and play a full game. A full. I mean, this interdivisional stuff, you don't want to see me naked on TV, right? This is not adult entertainment, all right? So I'm going to call it this week, though, another blowout of the week. I'm going to call it Eagles 39, Colts 6. That said, though, Eagles will be winning 39-0 at halftime, and Colts will beat them the second half 6-0. So Colts at least have something to look forward to this second half.
All right. Buddy, what's your opinion?
Well, the Eagles, they definitely showed some life in that first half of that game last week. And it reminded me of the Leroy of old. The offense looked pretty unstoppable. The Colts, they really struggled, and they really didn't put together any kind of game. It looked like they checked out early once the Cardinals started running up the score. But with the Eagles now, they have this new swag over there. They call it the 215. And that's Jolique, Wayne, and coffee, no cream, no sugar. And Kent straight black. That's right. Can the Colts find an answer for that? We'll have to see. I don't know if the leaders over there and the coach can rally them together. Free agent signing Seth Ortiz. I don't know if that's panning out over there yet, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, well, our other 3:30 game, we have the Redskins and the Cardinals. Redskins, this close to being undefeated also. 1-1 going up into the Cards. Cards who are now, I believe, number 1 in the power rankings. Based on these last 2 weeks. So this is going to be a battle. Who do you got, buddy?
Well, you got the Cardinals who are undefeated, right? Then you got the last year's champ, the Redskins, who are coming off of a loss to the 49ers. When I'm looking at these two teams, right now I have to say the Cardinals are further ahead. The Redskins, they probably shouldn't have even been in that 49ers game. That little problem for legal lineups over there, which the league is investigating and putting time into. But the Cardinals quarterback, Bam, and newly acquired Spencer Dennis. That's a great pickup for the Cardinals.
Former Titan.
Former Titan, yeah. I don't know if that helps his resume, but him just being an unbelievable player, going over there with Bam just adds another weapon that I don't know if the Redskins can match up with. Now you got the quarterback, you got the two quarterbacks there, maybe the two best in the league, in Eric and Bam. And I guess we'll see who's the best in the league. We'll see who can pull this one off. But I got the Cardinals winning 32-27. Close game. Got the Cardinals. That way Chris is not coming out here naked. Help me out, Cards.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're whacked. Here's the deal, right? Let's keep things in perspective here. The Cardinals so far, they're 2-0, right? Number 1 in defense, number 1 in offense. Well, it's because of who they play, right? They play the Panthers and the Colts so far. The Panthers and the Colts. So put any team against the Panthers and Colts, they're going to be number 1 in defense and offense the first 2 weeks, unless you're the Jets. You know what I mean? So the Cards, they're number 1 in defense, number 1 in offense. The Redskins are 6 in defense, 3 in offense, but they play 2 powerhouses in the 49ers and the Eagles. And I think this week we're going to find out who the Cards really are. I think that the Redskins, they're already scouting this defense. They're already flaming mad. The Redskins do not lose 2 games in a row. When's the last time they lost 2 games in a row?
Can't remember.
Thank you very much.
But
the Cardinals.
Pete isn't here no more.
This time we are going to find out when who are these real Cards. And I'm going to tell you what, I think the Cards are for real. They're just not quite good enough to beat the Redskins this week. I think the Redskins are going to beat them 27-25. And it's going to be about extra points. Yeah, so watch the extra points. That's what it's all about.
Okay. Well, that's our 3:30 games. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break here for a second. And we'll be back after these messages breaking down the 5 and 6:30 games.